This is U.S. Constitution Amendment number 9. And it says, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Now, what does all this mean? Well, I had to do a lot of research on this. And this is the conclusion I've come up with. The framers of the Constitution wrote down 8 rights that you have automatically. That's what the first 8 amendments to the Constitution is all about. Those 8 rights are guaranteed to you because you are an American citizen. But they didn't want to take the time, like God did in the Bible, to write down every single right you had. Okay? Now, if you take a look at the Old Testament Torah, you see how specific God said your rights were. You can read this for yourself. All you have to do is go to Exodus or Deuteronomy, and you'll see how precise God was in every single right you had. That was the Israeli Constitution. And that's how the Israeli Constitution is based today. All right? But the U.S. Constitution framers, our founding fathers, didn't want to take the time like God did to write down every single right you had and exactly how it all worked. So what they said was, any right that we haven't mentioned up until now that we feel you have will be covered in Amendment number 9. Now keep in mind that at least 20% of those people who signed the U.S. Constitution way back in the 1700s, okay, 20% of them were Christian. And they would have used the Bible as a reference to what kind of rights you had as an American citizen back then. They relied heavily on biblical text to determine what rights you had here in the United States. I know a lot of people are going to argue that point, but I'm telling you, because there was at least 20% of the signers of the Constitution that actually were Christians, and I can prove them as such. And there you go. All right. So if you compare the U.S. Constitution to the Old Testament Torah, you can kind of get an idea of what rights the framers of our Constitution wanted you to have. And that's what Amendment number 9 is all about. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.